Here we are on Cricbuzz Comm Box, and usually by the time we reach the stage of the innings, we can make some sort of a conclusion in terms of the direction that the match is going. At least as far as I'm concerned, it just doesn't seem to have gone anywhere so far. And let's tell you why we feel this way, and I'll come to my guest in a moment. At the end of 10 overs, having been put into bat on what has traditionally been a decent batting surface so far, as compared to what's happened in Chennai. 53 for 3 in 10 overs. Nitish Rana gone, Shubman Gill gone, and Sunil Narayan been bounced out, as he often has, by Jaydev Unadkat in the 10th over. Typically, 55 for 3, Simon Doull joins me, is the kind of score you would expect in Chennai batting first, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it is. I've been surprised. They haven't shown a lot of intent. I think there's been some brilliant bowling, some excellent bowling from Rajasthan. Unadkat has bowled his overs out, so that's something that they'll need to keep an eye on, particularly with some power coming in late in the order when we look at Russell and Cummins and DK as well. So I hope they've got their resources sorted for that back end of the innings, because it can still get away on you a little bit. Sakaria's got 2 to come. Mustafi Zura's got 2 to come, but then Morris and Tewatia haven't gone with a 6th bowler as yet. The Royals, they haven't needed to. Morris is starting his 2nd over now, so they're going to have some less resources maybe at the back end to deal with. But it's an indifferent start from a Kolkata point of view. They looked a little bit nervous, and another terrible run out from Shubman Gill as well. What's he doing this tournament?
Well, I can tell you we'll come back to that in a moment, because what tends to happen is the 11th over of the innings, for some reason, tends to be the busiest of the innings, either in terms of runs or in terms of wickets. We refer to it occasionally as the Comm Box curse, and that's exactly what we've had in the 11th over. It started with a big 6, and then we've seen the end of Owen Morgan out, just like Nicholas Puran, 0 of 0. Now that is going to be hugely hurtful to Kolkata.
I was trying to catch it out of the corner of my eye and wonder what happened. Did it hit Morgan's foot and rebound to the bowler? Because it was run out from Chris Morris.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, the stumps weren't broken. So look, you'll have to watch it. You'll have to find a way to see it somehow. But it does look like quite a bizarre way to be out anyway.
Yeah, but again, coming back to it, even before the Morgan dismissal, and that's been unfortunate for Kolkata, it just didn't seem to get out of maybe 2nd or 3rd gear. And not that you want to be in 5th gear from ball 1, but you certainly want to be there at some point during that power play.
Yeah, you do. And where are they getting that from? Nitish Rana he's looking for those boundaries. He had to play a couple of streaky streaky-ish shots to pick up boundaries early on. They're just not getting that start from Shubman Gill that they require, putting the pressure on Tripathi. Then they're changing again, and Narayan, if Narayan doesn't open, he's got about 8 or 9. I just don't see the point. He came in, hit his first ball for 4, and then he got 6 off 7. So he can't work one, and he can't, at the moment, play the short ball. So he's really only got one option, one shot. And once that's gone and taken away from him, he doesn't appear to have the other options. He's not quick between the wickets. So that just baffles me a little bit from a strategy point of view as far as Kolkata are concerned. I just do not see any point at all in having him in anywhere from 3 to 7. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and the other issue is, we talked about it before we started Comm Box, is how you use Sunil Narayan, how you best utilize him. And we've seen from that one famous game, it's now a famous game, between the Renegades and the Strikers in the Big Bash, when he was promoted to open the batting. And ever since then, he hasn't looked back for any franchise pretty much in the world. That's where he needs to bat.
Yeah, exactly. If he doesn't open, then he's got to bat at 7 or 8 or 8 or 9, I think. So they've decided to give Shubman Gill a real opportunity at the top with Nitish Rana and Tripathi at 3. I actually liked it. I like the theory behind it. I think they're all very, very good players. That should be the way forward for Kolkata. And then all of a sudden to change it, I think now would be too late. But they're changing that middle order now. And Morgan's got to bat 4. He just has to bat 4 every game. And that's their best lineup. So changing Narayan and bringing him up the order just for the sake of it, I'm not sure about that strategy. I don't quite get it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we were speculating. It was even more bizarre than you thought. It was hit by Rahul Tripathi. It hit Owen Morgan's bat, ricocheted towards where Morris was. They were not sure whether they should run or not. And Morris picked up the ball and knocked the bails off before they could decide where it was. Morgan out of his ground.
So that's another situation where you're thinking, I mean, it's unlucky. It's I mean, is it another talking point for a dead ball when it hits the batsman at the other end? I don't know. It's something for the rules aficionados, I suppose. But what happens? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's food for thought, Simon, and I know we always like to involve you and your tweets and your thoughts when it comes to rule changes, and I'm sure we'll make that a talking point when it comes to the mid-innings show. But balls ricocheting off English batsmen's bats have been a talking point in the last year or so. Didn't want to bring that up, Simon, but I thought I just might. Well, that's as far as...
Thanks. That's it. I'm done.
Right. We just lost Simon Doull, so that's the end of Cricbuzz Comm Box at the moment. We'll see you in the mid-innings show.